how much you put into the game, how much work ethic are you going to put into it every single day, day in and day out. I've never cheated the process on wanting to be great in this game. I knew I had a God-given ability, but that only takes you so far if you don't use that ability and start putting in work every single day.
LeBron James has made it clear, time and time again, he never cheats the game. Those are his exact words. But when a respected NBA analyst pulls up the tape, points right at the scoreboard, and asks what went wrong in that fourth quarter, the silence from his camp is loud, deafening even. Let me know what you think down in the comments. At this stage in his career, is he still genuinely competing for a ring, or is he just padding?
At what point are you going to start showing his age?
Like 4 years ago.
Can you show the video of LeBron again?
That look like that meme they put the cigarette in his mouth?
That's Miami Bron. He got the thin neck.
Some would call the Ozempic neck.
At some point, you're going to start the season and then not play for 20 games and come back. You better not come out there dunking it. I don't want to see no dunks.
So when people say, is he declining? We was in a league where when he jumped, his chin was over the rim.
Yeah, you know he declined.
Over the rim. Now, you see this. It looked good for them because they don't remember the guy who was sitting here looking at the rim. Now we see him on the fast break. We can see, yeah, he's slow, right? He used to be 110 speed out of 100. Now he probably, 91, 92? That was that LeBron. This LeBron, he does look old.
Let's just call it what it is. We could easily play nice. We could respect the legacy, walk on eggshells, and ignore the giant elephant in the room. But Ric Bucher, he wasn't interested in playing that game. He went on Fox Sports on the ball and kept it completely real. He said it straight. LeBron has been leaving games just to chase numbers, and at this point, it's getting kind of hard to ignore.
LeBron James has stayed in games to achieve some sort of statistical mark so routinely now that we're almost numb to it. The latest being the oldest player to ever achieve a triple-double. Can't remember who they were playing. I just know that the game was out of hand. There was no reason for him to be on the floor. I believe Austin Reeves ended up grabbing 2 rebounds that LeBron wanted so that he could complete the triple-double and get off the floor.
Not surprising. Not exceptional. Routine. That word choice hits differently, doesn't it? When we say routine, we aren't talking about a one-time thing or a mistake you can just explain away. It means there's a clear pattern here. If you've been paying attention, you've seen this before. You knew exactly what was happening the second it played out again. The moment Booker used to prove his point? February 13th, 2026. LeBron James, 41 years and 44 days old, going up against the Mavericks. He ended the night with 28 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. The headline practically wrote itself, oldest player in NBA history to record a triple-double.
On prime. LaRavia to James, 3-on-1 developing. Board. 5-on-4, Williams slow to get up. James is going to hoist. And hit a three! He can do a whole lot with that in terms of creativity. Corner, Hachimura, booking.
How good can your zone be at adapting to what the other team's trying to do to you?
Shake and bake. James flings it up. It's good. A foul. He turns it over. James, the locomotive to the rim.
Unfortunately tonight.
In transition, LeBron James fighting for waves of defenders, and he gets the roll. Hayes clears it. LeBron,
oh my. The same team.
Yeah, same
It's
team.
true. I don't want to create any divides between studio and booth.
Yeah.
Cameras caught the whole thing. The arena gave him his moment, and the internet ran with it. Another milestone in the books, another record that belongs entirely to LeBron. But Ric Bucher watched it all play out and pointed out the obvious: the game was already decided. There was no real basketball reason for him to be out there. At one point, Austin Reeves, a guy with nothing to gain by feeding LeBron stats, actually grabbed a couple of boards LeBron was chasing just to wrap up the triple-double before heading to the bench.
The guy staying around at age 41 just to get an extra rebound, just to say in the history books, when everybody forgets how it was done, that he was the oldest guy to get a triple-double, that is stat chasing. that is undermining the statistical achievement. And with LeBron, he loves to say that he's never cheated the game. And it seems like not only with LeBron, but a lot of people these days, every declaration is actually a confession.
Listen to that again, slowly. A 41-year-old man in a decided game competing with his own teammate for a rebound. Not to help the team. Not because the outcome was in doubt. Just because he needed one more board for the record books before heading to the bench. And this guy has said, with a straight face, that he has never cheated the game. Booker's response to that claim was the sharpest part of the entire segment. He pointed out that some declarations start to feel like confessions. That line didn't get nearly enough credit. Because what he is really saying is that the louder someone insists they aren't doing something, the more carefully you should watch their actions. LeBron has been telling the world for years that he doesn't cheat the game. But every time he stays on the floor in a blowout just to pad his stats, that claim gets harder to take seriously. Now, here's where the timing makes this so much worse. The Lakers are 41-25. They lead the Pacific Division. They're on a 4-game winning streak and look like a legitimate threat in the West. If LeBron is truly focused on chasing a 5th ring and competing at the highest level, the opportunity is right in front of him. Not a theoretical goal. Not a plan for next season. An actual, present playoff run. And what is dominating the conversation around him? Not playoff preparation. Not his leadership on a winning roster heading into the toughest part of the year. It's about a triple-double and a blowout against Dallas. That is a choice. It isn't a coincidence. If LeBron was completely locked in on winning another championship, the way Rich Paul and J.J. Redick want us to believe, the Mavericks game would just be a footnote. You don't stay on the floor in a blowout chasing a rebound when your knees are 41 years old and the playoffs are 6 weeks away. You sit down. You rest. You let Austin Reeves get his, and you save your body for when it actually matters. Unless the record is the real priority. Unless the milestone is part of the plan. Unless the legacy management he's run with absolute precision for the last decade is still the main project, and the championship chase is just the story they tell so nobody asks too many questions. Speaking of Reeves, let's look at what's actually going on with the Lakers roster right now. It puts LeBron's role into perspective. Reeves is averaging 23.9 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 5.5 assists this season. He is playing some of the best basketball of his life. The guy was undrafted, counted out at every step, and quietly turned into one of the most important players on a first-place team. He's heading into a massive contract year and earning every single penny he's about to get. And then there's Luka Doncic, putting up 32.9 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. The Lakers are Luka's team. Everyone knows it. Redick knows it. The front office knows it. The fans know it. Luka is the engine. The star. The reason they're at the top of the standings. So what exactly is LeBron doing on the floor? Statistically, he's putting up 21.4 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 7.0 assists at age 41. Those numbers are solid. They aren't embarrassing by any stretch. But they are the numbers of a supporting piece on a team that already knows its future. LeBron isn't the reason the Lakers are 41-25. Luka is. Reeves is. LeBron is just a veteran on a roster built past him, which makes the stat chasing even harder to defend. When you are the best player on the floor, you could at least argue that staying in garbage time had some marginal value, keeping the starters sharp or setting an example. But when you are the third most important player on a first-place team, and you're chasing rebounds in a blowout just to make history before subbing out, that competitive justification disappears entirely. Let's also look at the records themselves, because they are piling up fast, and in situations that deserve a closer look. LeBron sits at 43,127 regular season points. He's first in combined regular season and playoff scoring, becoming the first player to pass 50,000 total points. Just last month, in March 2026, he passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in all-time field goals made. He holds the all-time playoff scoring record and has 152 career triple-doubles, 5th all-time. The record book is essentially becoming a personal wall of fame for LeBron James. But here is the reality check about those numbers. Some are genuinely earned through sustained greatness over an incredibly long career. The scoring records reflect what happens when one of the greatest talents in basketball plays at a high level for more than 2 decades. That part is real. That part is legitimate. But longevity itself is a choice. And when you are making that choice while keeping track of your place in the record books, when you know Kareem's field goal record is right there and you are managing your minutes and usage with that in mind, the picture changes.